Have you ever looked at your art and thought, this is terrible, it's ugly, I can't show this to anyone? Yeah, me too. But guess what? That ugly art might just be the best thing you've ever made. Let me tell you why. When you're creating art, how much of the pressure do you feel to make it perfect? To make it something others hang on their wall? It's a lot, right? That pressure to make everything great or perfect can freeze us. It stops us from starting or leads us into overthinking every single decision. But what if I told you that embracing ugly art can actually free you from that? When you give yourself permission to make ugly art that doesn't have to be good, you can let go of expectations and just create. You'll find it's much easier to get into the flow and explore ideas without holding back. So ugly art actually allows you to create more freely and authentically. When the pressure to create something good is off, that's when creativity really starts to kick in. Without the constraints of your art needing to be good or perfect, your brain can go wild. You're free to experiment with bold ideas that might not have seemed possible before. Maybe you try weird textures, unexpected color stories, or odd brushstrokes. Things you never would have dared to try if you were worried about making good art. That's when the magic happens. You're not just thinking inside the box. You're throwing the box away. You might even create something completely new and exciting, something that could never have come from a place of perfection. Making ugly art isn't just about experimenting with what works. It's also about learning what doesn't work for you and discovering what you don't like. The more you create, the more you start to realize what you're drawn to and what doesn't resonate with you. Maybe you thought you love a certain color palette, only to find that it feels dull or uninspiring. Or maybe you thought you liked a particular style or vibe, only to realize it doesn't feel right to you. This is huge. Knowing what you don't like is just as important as knowing what you do like. And guess what? All of that ugly art helps you narrow down what truly inspires you, which makes your future art even better. When you make ugly art, you're free to try things without worrying about whether they'll turn out right. Over time, patterns start to emerge. Maybe you find that you love certain brush strokes or textures, or you're always drawn to a particular color palette. Those patterns are key to discovering your own style. The more you create, the more you will uncover your personal style as it naturally emerges. And I promise it won't come from trying to be perfect. It will come from experimentation, play, and embracing the mess. Perfectionism can be one of the biggest creativity blockers. It makes you second guess yourself, stop you from taking risks, and even prevent you from finishing your work. But here's the thing, when you embrace ugly art, you start to realize that perfection isn't the goal. Expression and explorations are. You stop worrying about whether your art is good enough and start focusing on the process instead of the results. And that's when you'll feel the weight of perfectionism lift off your shoulders. You'll create more freely, have more fun, and funnily enough, your work will actually improve. Sometimes when you're trying to create something good, you force yourself into a certain mold. You start sticking to what you know, to what's familiar, and take a step back from the creative risks that could push you to develop further as an artist. Ugly art breaks you out of that pattern. It allows you to take risks and try new things without worrying about the outcome. And that's when the unexpected happens. You might stumble upon a technique, a texture, or a style that excites you, something that could completely change your approach to your own art. By embracing the ugliness and the mess, you open the door to endless possibilities. That's the beauty of ugly art. It's a gateway to discovering something new and exciting about your creative work. So next time you feel frustrated with your art, remember it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the uglier it is, the better it might be for your growth. Give yourself permission to make mistakes, to experiment, and to let go of perfectionism. You'll be amazed at where that takes you over time. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments, and if you want more videos from me, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy creating!